Rick and Jill here from Messy Church.
Good to see you.
Good to see you all. We're missing you.
Hope you're having a really good holiday.
Yeah, I hope you're enjoying the fresh air and being out in the sunshine.
Yeah, we have an activity for you. One of our leaders, Bob, has put this together. So we'll hand over to Bob right now, won't we?
Yeah, why not try this activity at home? And if you do and enjoy doing this activity, why not put a photograph of your family doing this activity on our Messy Church page?
That's a good idea.
And then we can see you and see that you've been enjoying yourselves.
Yeah. Over to Bob.
Okay, enjoy.
Enjoy.
Right, welcome to Messy Church activities you can do at home. Now, Messy Church has specialised in fun activities during the session where we can learn a thing or two about the Bible, and every session is based on a Bible theme. And today I'm going to talk about the theme of Mary and Martha. I went to lunch with Jesus one day, and things happened. But I'm not going to talk about that now. What I'm going to talk about is what we're going to make, the thing you're going to put together. Now, what we're going to make is a volcano. Now, how that relates to Mary and Martha, we will talk about that later. But we're going to make a volcano, a real fizzing volcano. Right. What do we need to make a volcano? First of all, everybody's got a tray in their house like this, what I've got in front of me. Now, this is really just to catch the mess, because being Messy Church, it does get messy. So here's a tray. Number one. Secondly, we need some bicarbonate of soda, which every chef, every person normally has in their house, but it's fairly cheap if you go and buy it in the shop. So bicarbonate of soda comes in these bottles. And some vinegar. Now, vinegar you have on your chips if you have chips at home, or on your fish. Just ordinary old-fashioned vinegar will do. So that's good. And what else do we need? We need a bit of colour. So to make this nice and colourful, this eruption colourful, well, now we're using red. You can use any strong colour you want, green, pink, orange, but we're using red today. So this is just ordinary food colouring, nothing special, again, not expensive. So where do we all put all this? Now, what you need a little jar to put your volcano in. Now, we've used this. Now, this belongs to a washing machine and you put detergent in there, but for this purpose, we're going to make it into a volcano. So they're quite easy. If you use one of these things, these are quite handy things to do. So this is going to be our volcano, but anything that suits you can work. Only it's a small jar, maybe a herb jar. So there we are, that's our thing. And what else do we need? Oh yes, we need some spoons because we're going to be spooning things in and around. So that's really the basics of what we require. Now, so that's your essentials. Now, it doesn't look much like a volcano, does it? I've got to say, that does not look like a volcano. So you can do a few things to make it look more like a volcano to begin with, to get more realism into the thing. One thing we've had, that we did earlier, is, again, it's the same, it's the same little container, and we've made Anthea has made this collar out of card. It's about 7 inches wide, with a hole in the middle, and it's coloured it like a volcano. So that could be your volcano. So that's all right, isn't it? So you can use imagination here to use your volcano. Now the full version, that's your middle version. The full version involves a bit more stuff. So again, here we go there, and this is one we're going to do the demonstration. And here I've got a jar full of gravel. Now you get gravel or you could use earth or something like this. So I'm going to put this, I'll just get this out of the way, onto my tray. Oh, lovely. There we are. So we're going to form it into a volcano, just like you see on the television when they show them. So there's your volcano. Realistic, isn't it? Well, maybe not, but it is a volcano. Again, we have to use our imagination, and that is the volcano. And there, I quite like that. And to make it a bit more interesting as well, we've got some Lego trees. Oh, they're nice. Now, in a real volcano eruption, trees get knocked down and get wiped out, but this might not happen here. So there we are. So we've got a little pretty picture of a volcano. And that's where the volcano is going to erupt from. Now then, first things first, the bicarbonate of soda. Take a spoon and two teaspoons. I'm going to do this carefully. Oops. 1, 2, and a little bit just to forget a little. Right. Probably good. Oh, I knocked the tree over. There we are. Standard. There we are. So that's the bicarb. You can put it to one side. Now you need to put a little bit of colouring in. Now then, this is strong stuff, so you can be careful with it, because if it ends up on your hands, it can get a real mess. So we just put little drops in there. Oops, there we are. And stir it in to put it through the bicarb. It's a bit messy, but it's messy. It's always messy, isn't it? So that will make sure it becomes a nice. Right, good. Put the cup back on there, because if it spills, you're going to be in trouble. Right, the vinegar. So the best way is to take another one of these if you've got them, or about half the volume of the. No. Let's see if it works. We're going to add the vinegar into the bicarbonate of soda and see if we get a volcano effect. Okay? Right then. Are you ready to go closer? Ooh! Ooh! Yes! Hey! Oh, it knocked the tree down. Hey, that was a good effect, wasn't it? That worked well. If you stir it a bit more, it'll do it even more, I think. Yeah, it's very good. And that's your volcano that you can do at home. And it'll keep on fizzing for a while. But then you've got to clear it up, but there we are. Somebody else can clear it up. So then, how does that relate to the story? Well, I'll tell you the story, because it's only a short story, but I'll tell you the story direct from the Bible. And it's in Luke 10, and it's on from verse 38. And it says, as Jesus and his disciples were on the way, because they travelled around a lot, he came to a village where a woman named Martha opened her home to him. She had a sister called Mary, who sat at the Lord's feet, listening to what he said. But Martha was distracted by all the preparations, because she was making food for Jesus plus disciples, maybe 12 disciples, a lot of people to make foot movement. She was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. She came to him and said, Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do the work by myself? Tell her to help me. And Jesus said, well, Martha, Martha, you're worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her. So, there we are. Martha was the volcano. Have you worked that one out? I'm sure you worked that one out. Martha was the volcano. She erupted with anger, righteous anger. She was really. She's not helping me. But it was more important, just at that time anyway, that Mary stood and listened to Jesus and learned from what he says. And I think that's our lesson, that we can sit at Jesus' feet and learn from what he says. Thank you very much.